Hey everybody, it's your favorite VTuber, Trevor Noah here, and today we're going to be talking about my old MC Swigga commentaries that I did shortly before I started doing Swig Talk. For real, I'm going to be breaking MC Swigga character just a little bit, and we're going to be doing some reflection on my MC Swigga videos, specifically the commentaries, shortly before I started getting into doing the Swig Talk podcast. And before someone asks, the Swig Talk podcast isn't over. It's just kind of difficult at the moment because the few people I've asked either didn't get back to me, said they were busy, and I got like one or two saying that they weren't interested. So as of now, Swig Talk's just kind of floating around in the ether, trying to like get a hold of some other content creators to eventually have on as guests. But yeah, I just wanted to get that cleared up so people didn't think that Swig Talk was officially over, because it's not. But let's just do what every other YouTuber has done, at least at one point in their channel history, and talk about some of their older videos that they're very critical of. So the one thing I always wanted to do with the MC Swigga character was I always wanted to do parody songs. That was like the main reason why I created the character. I remember when the parodies were really low quality and not very good. I remember a couple of my content creator friends telling me that the character of MC Swigga was way more interesting than the actual songs. So that's why I decided to try and make a series dedicated to the character of MC Swigga. And at first I had Swigga's green screen, which was just these quick little like YouTube rant tutorial videos about like current things. For a while I tried doing some comedy sketch videos. This was like late 2015, kind of early 2016 stuff I did. Another series that eventually got tried was Assholes React, which was basically just a parody of reaction videos, because reaction content in like 2016 was just all over the place. So I wanted to just do a general parody of reaction videos, and the joke was that it had a bunch of the characters from the channel. Like it had MC Swigga, and he also had Media Wiz, Christy Ian, Pony Fanboy, Adam from Blockbusters, all that kind of thing. For a while I also tried doing like YouTuber parodies. Like I tried doing parody videos that were dedicated to certain YouTubers. I don't think I did that many of them, so that's why after a while I just stopped doing them. I think out of all those old series, I think the only one that got a proper finale was Assholes React, and that was just mainly because it had a time and a place, and then eventually I figured, okay, yeah, I think I'm comfortable ending this, and that was kind of what eventually led to the creation of the Sidekicks series, because the last video was Sidekicks React to Assholes React, so I got all the Sidekick characters reacting to the very first Asshole React video that was made. But eventually I did find a series that I was actually comfortable doing, and I've been doing it for quite a while now, and it was the Swigga game reviews. They were obviously very inspired by people like Video Game Donkey, where it was like very sarcastic, ironic, not really super serious gaming content, so that's why I decided to keep doing that, because I thought it fit the MC Swigga character perfectly. And obviously I've been doing Swigga game reviews for quite a while. I'm not sure if I'll eventually find something to replace that with, but as of now I think it's a perfectly fine little series. They're really quick little fun videos to make. But at the time I didn't want to just do game reviews as the Swigga character every month, so then I had this idea that I'll flip-flop between, well, one month I can do the game reviews, and then the other month I can do something else. And what I came up with was commentary videos, because I noticed that commentary channels were getting very popular, like mid-2015 into like at that time, which was like 2016, 2017. Me and Eli Stone, the hero of tomorrow, we talked a little bit about this with our Swig Talk podcast we did together, but commentary channels were a lot different, and then they eventually kind of became like a totally different thing. And it feels like nowadays most former commentary channels want to dedicate their time more to doing reviews of stuff like movies or animation or TV shows or anime or video games or stuff like that. But back then, commentary channels were a lot more analytical, and they usually went after people who had usually like the same kind of like subscriber base that they would. I mean, this is back in the day when people were doing response videos to like Gup Till 89 and stuff like that. You know, now it feels like after a while people started gravitating more towards talking about just general YouTube drama. In 2017, when It's Everyday Bro first happened, and Jake Paul just revealed himself to be one of the biggest nuisances in the world, then that's when everybody started making, you know, endless amounts of Jake Paul videos. And at the time I was getting into those kind of commentary channels, so I thought, oh yeah, I could do something like that. I can do commentary videos about trending subjects. And ironically enough, the first commentary I did as Swigga was a video talking about those annoying trend channels that are still annoying. In fact, I still cringed watching the clips that I used for the video, but I feel like those are no longer as big of a problem as they once were. Those clickbait trending channels, the ones that did like
top 5 Fortnite YouTubers who've sworn
and stuff like that. I feel like those are thankfully going away. While there are still some annoying channels that fall into that category, like I put BuzzFeed and WatchMojo in that category just because it's just that like generic, safe, fluffy, generic crap that ends up on the YouTube main page that doesn't really have that much to offer aside from just like really surface level content that like the most normie of normie people would probably get. But on the bright side, it feels like, we're no longer dealing with channels like Extract Hub and Exility and all those kind of channels that just specifically sponge off of like popular content. They're just to be like, oh, we gotta put out a video.
Oh, look at this current Jake Paul drama, guys. Wow, that is so insane. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join our free gift card giveaway.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn those notifications on.
The first Swigga commentary video is actually titled You'll Never Believe Number 6, and that was supposed to be playing off of like those clickbait BuzzFeed trending lists that they'd always put out. They always have like, they'd always say something like that in the description. It's like, you won't believe number 6. That's why I titled it that. One thing I find funny about that video is the fact that I referenced infinite lists as one of the culprits of those like stupid trending countdown top 5 videos. I find it funny because he still does trending content. It's just that he does it in a different way. He tries to be funny with the way he edits it, and he puts in like those Instagram thud sound effects and like wacky zoom ups. It may not even be him editing the video, but like it's like he's trying to become more and more of a like mainstream YouTuber. Then again, I'm not surprised because I've seen that he's done video collaborations with people like Morgs. So now, while I still cringe watching the clips of those kind of channels that I used to show off those kind of annoying trend channels back then, I still feel like my commentary was just kind of surface level at best. It just kind of generally went over the same points that a lot of other people did at the time. And I know some people feel that way about like their content, especially their early videos that talk about something that someone else did. But I really feel like I didn't say that much. I just kind of went after the obvious points of like the annoying like goals, the fact that these people jump on stupid trends like the 3 a.m. challenge. God, does anyone else remember that? Back when that was a thing? The stupid top 10 videos, the fact that it feels like one big desperate corporate attempt to try and connect with youth. I like to use the term anti-content with a lot of the other YouTube corporations and networks where they just kind of crap out videos on the daily. They usually crap out like 2 or 3 videos, and usually it's kind of just a shit show to see which one gets the most views. I also feel like the editing in that one wasn't all that good. I feel like out of all the commentary videos, that had the weakest editing out of all 3 of them. I'm gonna skip over the second one for now because the second one's my favorite, so I'm gonna save it for last. So I'm gonna talk about the third commentary video I did, and the third one was about just general shit going on at the time, so I just titled the video Hot Garbage. I feel like this one has better editing than the first commentary video, but I also feel like most of the points are just kind of the same generic comments. That's the problem, and this is why I eventually stopped doing commentary videos, because most of the time, other people already talked about the subject, and they probably articulated their points way better. So at that point, I felt like I didn't really have that much to say, because the 3 main points were Tanacon, the whole Rice Gum making an ass of himself in Hong Kong thing, and the first like press junket between the Paul brothers and KSI and Deji. At the time, there were so many people that made videos about these subjects, I really felt like I had nothing new to add. So that is like the main reason why I eventually stopped doing these commentary videos. Looking back on these events though, I think it's really funny that the one person that Tana Mojo apologized to was Shane Dawson, specifically because Shane Dawson is such a controversial figure now. One person she did apologize to was Shane Dawson, because apparently Shane put like a shit ton of money into funding the event, and he wasn't compensated for it. And so they met up, and she was crying, and she apologized. One point in the commentary that I still stand by is when Rice Gum was making an ass of himself in Hong Kong for a week vacation, there was a lot of people saying that it was on par with the Logan Paul Suicide Forest video, and I don't think it's really in the same league. I do think that it's comparable to the other videos that Logan and his friends did when they were in Japan. They were just like making asses of themselves. They were dressing up like Pokemon and just being just annoying assholes to people. I feel like it's more in league with that because it's just these dumb douche tubers walking around and asking random people on the street, oh, have you seen my channel? Do you watch my channel? Do you know about my channel?
Hey, you fuck with Rice Gum? Hey, you fuck with Rice Gum?
Sorry, sir?
You fuck with Rice Gum?
It's just annoying, and it clearly is dedicated to like placate towards their like 9-year-old demographic, and that definitely shows with the last thing with the the press junket of the Paul brothers versus Deji and KSI, because in the video I said something like, oh, they're just doing the most generic smack talk around. One giant verbal bitch fight is really what it is. It's just people, trying to act tough, and they're just acting like total bitches about it. The reason they're doing that is because they're trying to hype up all the 9-year-olds that are in the crowd. This is not going to be any legitimate kind of fighting, MC Swigga from back then. This is not going to be any legit fighting. It's just going to be a bunch of talk, and it's going to be just kind of an upgraded version of your typical talking shit in a high school parking lot. Now, my favorite out of all my commentary videos was my second, and that was Wiggas need to turn off the TV for tonight. And mainly, I like this one because I feel like I had enough to talk about. Because with the other ones, everybody is already talking about these YouTube dramas that were going on. This was a little bit more of a subject that I could really sink my teeth into and talk a little bit more about. Specifically the fact that it was relating to Channel Awesome, because obviously, like a lot of other content creators, Channel Awesome was an inspiration to get into doing that caustic critic style of reviewing that I do for MediaWiz. But eventually over time, their content just started appealing less and less to me. I thought their videos were starting to become needlessly long, dragged out with all the sketches and the storyline segments that didn't really connect to anything. And then on top of that, you have this whole controversy that came out. That was kind of my official signal to just be like, yep, I'm done with Channel Awesome. I'm not watching any more of their stuff. Ever since then, there was just a whole shit show going on with the pro Channel Awesome people and the anti Channel Awesome people. And my whole thing was just, I'm not watching Channel Awesome anymore. Like, I just don't watch their stuff. It just doesn't appeal to me anymore. I'm done. The only time that I felt it was necessary to go back and maybe rewatch one of their videos was when everybody was talking about how awful their review of The Wall was. And the reason that I was curious to check it out was because that was something that was like outside the typical pro-CA versus anti-CA people. This was something that connected all of YouTube together. You had podcasters, you had music reviewers, movie reviewers, reaction channels, people who like never made videos before, finally coming together and being like, yeah, this video sucks. I also find it funny that in the initial commentary video, I think I may have mentioned it in the following commentary video, the hot garbage one, but I think at the end of the Channel Awesome commentary I did, I mentioned something about Doug Walker supposedly getting a lawyer to try and get away from Mike Mashad. There's some story about Doug supposedly trying to get a lawyer so that he can get rid of Limp Bizkit guy as the CEO. That clearly didn't happen. That they didn't make an actual apology video like they said they were going to. They say they're still working on an apology video. We'll see what happens with that. They just kind of like ignored it and let the dust settle, and then they continued to make their videos, and that was it. Aside from that, I also really liked my commentary about the other two subjects, that being the dumb Instagram wigger videos that were going on from people like Danielle Bergoli, Oh Vicky, and then of course Little Tay, which that was definitely a thing that was in the heat of the moment, because after a while, Little Tay eventually just deleted all of her social medias, and a lot of things came out about her, like her mom being in charge of all of this, and her brother like also being a big part of the content that she made. It is funny because at the time they talked about giving her her own TLC show, and thankfully that did not happen. I am so glad that that did not happen. Then after that, there was me talking about all the news stories about Fortnite that were going on at the time. Like news reporters talking about how Fortnite is the fall of human civilization, and in a way I'd agree with that, but not because it's a violent video game. I would say it is just because the game just sucks. There was the whole Jake Paul clickbaiting ninja thing, the whole Rice Gum pretending to play Fortnite for Fortnite strip videos, which were stupid. There was that one YouTuber who made a clickbait video saying strip Fortnite with his 13-year-old sister, who was actually like a friend of his who wasn't 13. It was clearly just a desperate way to make clickbait. I'm getting a lot of hate, and I just want to make a video to basically apologize for everything I've done. I'm not this weird person that everyone thinks I am. I'm literally just a boy talking to my camera, trying to make a few clickbait videos, trying to get my name out there. I could be wrong about this, but I think I remember reading somewhere that that guy who made that video actually went on to become like a TikTok personality. At least I think that's him. I could be wrong, but I think that might be the same guy. There was the Boogie Down Challenge, like all these things. I was really happy with the way this video came together. Out of all the commentary videos I did, this was the one I was the most proud of, just because I felt like I had enough to say in regards to Channel Awesome, and I also felt like there was enough to talk about and to make fun of with these dumb Instagram wigger, white girl, wannabe rapper videos on Instagram, and all these dumb Fortnite stories. I felt like there was enough to talk about, and of course this eventually led to what some people said was one of my best MC Swigga parodies, which was the Channel Awesome Shuffle.
This is a story all about how our sub count started going down.
I feel like that commentary video and that song specifically have actually aged pretty well. Even with that said, I decided to end Swigga commentary videos after the third one, mainly because I just felt like I couldn't make commentary videos that were very original or very funny. I just felt like I was just saying a lot of the same points that everyone else had said. And I know commentary channels in general say that. They're like, oh yeah, we're just saying the same thing. But I felt like I could honestly not give any like funny insight to what was going on, at least not at the time. Like maybe if I tried it again, it would be different, but honestly, at this point, I'm pretty comfortable doing what I'm doing with the Swigga character, doing the Swigga game reviews, the song parodies obviously being top priority, Swig Talk whenever we get around to it, or even quick videos like this, or the video I did a while ago, fuck you, it's election year. I feel like videos like that really showcase the character of MC Swigga. The commentary videos, it was a neat little thing I tried. I'm happy that I did them. It was a neat little experiment. That's usually how I feel about most of my finished MC Swigga content, like Swigga's Green Screen, Assholes React, the YouTuber parodies, the sketch videos. I feel like they were a neat little experiment. They served a purpose. Then eventually I found a new thing to do with the character, and that was obviously the Swig Talk podcast, where I get to sit down with fellow content creators, people I'm friends with, people I've been watching for a while, sometimes both, a lot of the times both. So yeah, that's what happened to Swigga commentary videos. Like I said, I'm not ending Swig Talk podcast. I still am trying to get in contact with some more content creators to eventually do more episodes. It's just that it's very difficult at the moment with a lot of people who are very busy. So I feel like this was kind of a decent little replacement for now. Like I said before, I really want to do more videos like this, like videos that could actually like showcase the Swigga character. I know another video I did like this earlier in the year was the Sonic movie review. I feel like I can every so often do some of these videos where it's just the character of Swigga standing or sitting in front of these curtains and talking about certain things. One idea I had for a potential series is I had an idea for a series called Biased News Network, and it's basically a parody of stereotypical news networks and different type of news programming, and it would feature Swigga and all the other characters. It'd be kind of like Assholes React, except instead of reacting to videos, it would be the characters like making up news stories, kind of like The Onion, and it would be in like a video format. That's kind of what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking it would feature like Swigga, Pony Fanboy, Chris, and Media Wiz or Adam Sykes or somebody, maybe some of the sidekicks, who knows. So yeah, if you guys think that's a good idea, please let me know. I'd love to see what you guys think. If you guys are interested in that, then yeah, I'd be more than interested to try and at least test it out. Anyways guys, more content is coming on the way. I've got tons of other stuff planned for this month, so everybody look forward to that. Until then, y'all, this is MC Swigga, Ruckus Knuckers for life, peace!